Anita Trigger, Artist Statement. Nesta Drew, Baranduda, the 15th of the 4th, 1923. Here is the lovely Nesta Drew, born in Bright in 1923, which makes her a centenarian. Nesta is a humorous, well-mannered and hard-working woman. She grew up on a dairy farm at Toowoonga South and at age 9 moved to the family farm in Toowoonga. As a young girl, attending Toowoonga Primary School meant a 3-mile walk. Nesta furthered her studies at the Wangaratta Girls' Boarding School, where she formed connections with her teachers, whom she kept in contact with after finishing school. At age 16, Nesta returned home to care for her mother, who had fallen ill. Every day she nursed her mother and would also feed the cattle and the other animals. Although her mother had her adversities, Nesta is still amazed by her mother's ability to play classical piano, paint beautiful pictures, and do lovely sewing and cooking. Her father and younger sister lived on the farm too, as well as farm workers. One of the workers was a young man named Sydney, who grew up with Nesta. The two developed a romance and were married in Albury in 1946. Nesta's wedding dress was so beautiful that multiple other brides went on to wear her dress for their weddings. Nesta and Sydney had 2 children together, Mary and David. Gardening on the farm was one of Nesta's favourite activities. She adored the orchard, vegetable garden, and the flower beds. In another life, Nesta would have loved to have been a hairdresser. For the local dancers at the Toowoonga Hall, Nesta enjoyed styling dancers' hair. There are so many amusing stories that Nesta has shared about cows getting out of the paddock, her auntie marrying a man with 10 kids, her husband moving to Australia, and many more. Nesta has always been surrounded by a tight-knit community. Nesta's secret to living a long life is to refrain from drinking alcohol, eat well, and work hard. She inspires me to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, to take care of myself, and to keep doing the things I love. Nesta Drew by Anita Trigger, Mixed Media on Paper, 2024. Nesta Drew smiles gently out of the frame, her gaze cast slightly upwards of the viewer. Her bright eyes and defined lashes shine out from behind oval, wire-framed glasses. Nesta's smiling mouth is slightly open, and her aquiline nose and full cheeks are framed by deep smile lines. Nesta's dark, shoulder-length hair has a slight wave to it and is streaked with white and grey. Her hair is parted in the centre of her head, and her fringe falls in loose locks over her forehead. The artist has used monochrome shading to create depth in the image, framing Nesta's heart-shaped face. Resting on Nesta's left shoulder and positioned in the bottom foreground to Nesta's left are 3 rich red hippostrum flowers. These are Nesta's favourite flower, and the artist has used coloured pencil to depict them in intricate detail. The vibrant red tones stand out vividly against the monochrome grey and white portrait of Nesta, each flower a deep red at the centre and fading to a vibrant bright red on the outer petals. Each flower features 2 layers of 3 pointed petals in triangular formations around the stamens. Nesta wears a checkered cardigan with a ribbed collar over a dark spotted button-up top with white piping on the lapel. The artist has used dark shading to create deep folds in Nesta's outer garment, giving the impression of softness and warmth. The artist's initials sit under the petals of the flower on the bottom right of the frame.